Well, it's Wednesday and I have not done a Wednesday Blue Plate special in a while. We've been doing recipes that I've already done, so we were not going to record them again. But today I'm going to try and experiment at making some soup, and this is going to be a what did I have around the house kind of type of deal for the soup. So I'll try to run off the ingredients for this soup. I'm using 2 cans of Progresso French onion soup, so I am cheating, but Progresso makes a good flavoring for a soup to start with and add to. And I've got 1 quart of beef stock, cooking stock, and I will probably be adding approximately 2 quarts of water to this to bring it up to where I want. That's see how it works out. Also on this, there's going to be 4 cups of chopped up cabbage, about that size that I'm using, so it's, I guess you could call it spoon size, and 3/4 of a cup of egg noodles. And I have already cooked up in my frying pan over on this end 3/4 of a pound of Hamburg, along with 2 cups of onions that chopped up, that are also in a spoon size condition here. So the meat's cooked. I've browned up the Hamburg a little bit and cooked it in with the onions. That's all going to go into this concoction. So that's standing by for the moment. And see if I missed anything here. All right, 2 cans of Progresso, 1 quart of beef stock, 3/4 of a pound of Hamburg went in there, along with 2 cups of chopped onion, 2 3/4 cups of noodles is going in, and 4 cups of chopped cabbage, and the 2 quarts of water perhaps. So I'm going to start working on this, bringing the water up to boil. I'm going to add the onion soup here. Boy, it's fun getting old. You can't even open up a can after a while. So there goes the Progresso. We'll just say that's a lot easier than me having to whip up the Worcestershire sauce and a few other ingredients, coming up with something. Progresso seems to have a pretty good idea of how to do it, so I'm not going to argue with it. So there, we got 2 cans of Progresso going in. I'm going to throw in 1 quart of beef stock. And I am not going to add any seasonings to this till we see how it's coming towards the end, if it's going to need some. Alright, there goes that. Alright, I am going to put the meat into the mixture with the onions. As I said, this is kind of definitely a throw together here. And I have no idea what's coming out of this. I'm just hoping the boys that are coming for lunch find it suitable for human consumption. We are going to find out here. Alright, so the meat and the onions are in there. I'm going to put in the cabbage, uncooked. Alright. Yep. Put that onto the burner. And get it rolling here. Alright. Yeah, definitely going to need more water in there. More liquid, I should say. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to add, we'll start with a 4 cups here, add it to it. Give it a look-see here. Alright. Remember, once the noodles go in there and they expand, they take up quite a bit of place. So we're going to add another 2 cups to that. So it'll be about 6 cups of water that I'm adding at the moment. Like I said, I can always add more. It's a little tough taking it out sometimes. Alright. I'll let that simmer, and I will be checking this, the flavor. See what we got for a flavor in there. And I will add bouillon if necessary. So right now we're going to let that warm up and see what's going to happen. Lloyd Dussault Sr. checking out. Well, I'm back. We got a good rolling boil on this. I did add 4 bouillon cubes because, as you remember, there's a considerable amount of water added to that. So I put 4 bouillon cubes, 2 tablespoons full of Worcestershire sauce, and a little shake of Old Bay. And right now it's getting back up to the boil, and I made a command decision. Whether it's right or wrong, we'll find out later. I upped that to 2 cups of noodles instead of 1 3/4. So that's going in now. And this is going to simmer. It's 10:28. This is going to be simmering for a long time. I want the egg noodles to soak up some of the flavor and thicken this up a little bit. Hopefully not too much, but we'll find out when we're done. So Lloyd Dussault Sr. checking out. That's where we're at with this concoction. And I'm going to be letting it simmer, and if we make any changes to it, we'll bring it back on if it needs some adjustment. So Lloyd Dussault Sr. checking out again. Well, I'm back. It's a moment of reckoning. It's just about noon time. We've had this simmering. I took it off, turned the burner off about 10-15 minutes ago. And I'm going to dip out the first bowl. And then the boys are going to come and dip their own out after we're off camera here. And we'll let you know at the end of this operation if it was worth it or not. I just want you to see it. It is a very thick soup. So, and let me warn you that this type of soup, after it cools and congeals, it's going to get a little stiffer. So there we are. That's the consistency of it. I think, well, I guess you can see it. And we're going to give it a try and see how it turned out. The only thing I think I might have missed is I added 1 more bouillon cube. I think it was a total of 5 that went in there along with the rest of the goodies. But other than that, I think we got it nailed down. So Lloyd Dussault Sr. checking out, and we're going to check in on the meal. Okay, folks, we're back. I don't know if I can tip this enough to show you how much is left in there, but there's a bunch. My suggestion is, if you make a big batch like this, you can put it in containers and freeze it and have it any time you want. Or you can adjust the recipe and just about divide it in half, and then you'll have a smaller batch that won't be around quite as long. But we got 3 thumbs up for the soup today, and I can assure you that there's at least 1 or 2 containers of it heading out the door with each one of the individuals that joined me for lunch. So if you want to give this a shot, give it a shot. I think you'll like it. It's different, but I think you'll enjoy it. Lloyd Dussault Sr. checking out, and we're going to have our cookies and ice cream.